24/7 Comfort on call.
Well, hello, Brad.
Greetings.
I can only guess that this means we have an update on spacewalking.
We do, and it was inspired by your question yesterday. When is that civilian spacewalk? We finally have some insight from SpaceX itself. So the 4 astronauts will perform, only 2 of the 4 will actually do the spacewalk.
Are they drawing straws?
No, they know which 2 are going to do it, one of which is the gentleman who footed the bill for much of the space flight.
Well, that seems fair.
Okay, that's right. So it will be carried live at spacex.com. It'll be at 2:23 Eastern Time. That's 1:23 our time in the morning. So shortly after midnight tonight, if you want to stay up. We'll certainly, obviously, try to scour the internet and find some video for you tomorrow. But a couple of things, Chris. So yesterday we mentioned that they're going to be performing 40 experiments along with the spacewalk. The thing about this spacewalk is those Dragon capsules are not really designed for this purpose. So it's been modified a little bit. So the 4 astronauts, what they have to do is they need to evacuate all of the air. They'll be all be wearing spacesuits capable of being outside, but only 2 will leave the capsule. So they slowly get all of the air out of the capsule, then they pop open the hatch, because if there was any air pressure in there, they'd all be blown out into space. So then 2 of them will go out and perform their spacewalk and then come back in. Then they have to sit around and wait for the capsule to be repressurized and everything. But they're also testing these new spacesuits as well that was designed by SpaceX and may be used on the moon and may be used in flights to Mars, which incidentally, I see that Elon Musk just stated that he thought that that Starship, the one that kept blowing up, would be going to Mars within 2 years. That's what he said recently. So we'll wait and see. One other thing, if you do go to spacex.com, they have this tool where you can track the little Dragon space capsule with the 4 astronauts. And in fact, it's totally navigatable. You can move it around and everything. So it's just a fun little thing to check out there. All right, on to today's main headlines. That bird flu. We haven't talked about it since early July. I had to go back. So it's been a couple of months. I've been seeing that there's been a few cases here and there. But the headline today is a little bit of a shocker, because yes, it has risen to 14 cases. This is humans who have caught the bird flu from being in contact with infected dairy cattle until this time. Here's what we know. The latest infection was in Missouri, and the virus was transmitted, they don't know how. It was not a dairy worker. He has no animals, has been in contact with no animals. Now, it's been speculated. Remember back in July, we were saying that some scientists felt that it might be circulating already. It raises some red flags. The patient did have underlying medical conditions. He was treated with antivirals, but he was hospitalized, but he has recovered. But it's a worrisome sign. So these are the 4 states now, and the number of infections so far, obviously Colorado the greatest. But remember, the good news is, as we also first reported back in July, the U.S. government shelled out $176 million worth on bird flu viruses from Moderna. So hopefully everything is still in sync.
All right. Brad, thank you so much. We will see you again tomorrow, and stick around.